Grytviken, Grytviken. Viken is for Viking. 400 years ago, some Norwegian whalers found many whales in this bay, in this area, and decided this would be the place to have a whaling camp. And that's what they did. They built stores, churches, and over here is a whale processing factory where they extracted the blubber and the oil to resell to the mainland, because that was the primary fuel at the time. It wasn't any oil or gasoline or coal. It was whale oil that kept the lights going. And then this is a cemetery, or I should say the cemetery, here in Grytviken. Lots of Norwegian whalers there, and also Ernest Shackleton is buried there. He was rescued from this after his failed attempt to cross the Antarctica from one area to the other, and he and his men paddled to Elephant Island, and then 6 of them made an incredible journey here through the Drake Passage and landed on the other side of the island. And those 2 men had to climb, the 2 of the 6 climbed over these mountains in order to get to the whaling camp. And once they did, they got a boat, picked up the men on the other side of the island, went all the way back to Elephant Island and picked them up and rescued all 22 crew members. It's quite a story. If you haven't read it, you should get it. It's called the Endurance. That was the name of his vessel, the Endurance. Grytviken. Photos and videos just don't capture the majesty and serenity of this place. It's so pretty. The noises that you hear in the background, if you can hear them, are seals and birds, primarily seals. It's a beautiful area. Grytviken, South Georgia Islands. We're doing landings right now from the boat, from the ship, from the cruise ship. People are getting onto shore and going through the stores and the church and seeing what's on the island, and then coming back and picking up more and going back over. Quite an operation.
How long are they?
There's a seal. There they go. There's a lot of them around here. They love to play at the bow. Dolphins and seals love the bow of the ship. How cool was that? And there is the cemetery. That's where Shackleton's buried, and a lot of Norwegian whalers are buried as well. Quaint little cemetery. This island, you can read about it, you can watch movies, you can see pictures, but it's just so stunning when you see it in person. It's just incredible. This is the opening of the bay, and I'll walk around to the other side of the boat so you can see the forward end as well. But it is memorable, to say the least. Stunning. Really a beautiful island. Okay, now we're at the bow of the boat, and we'll continue our tour. This is the entrance, and at the top of this hill is a cross to Shackleton. It's called the Shackleton Memorial. So that would be a nice hike up there to see that. The beach is covered with seals. You might be able to hear them in the background howling and screaming. What an incredible place. Just incredible. We're on the east side of South Georgia Island, going into Grytviken, which was a whaling station that the Norwegians established. There's so many whales here, and they had such a prolific amount of whale oil and blubber that they were able to produce that they set up a whaling station here. The history is really incredible, all the way from the equipment they brought down to transforming it to factory boats to present day. the biosecurity here is really, really strict. There will be government officials that come on board and will inspect our clothes and make sure that we don't have any kind of bugs or fungus or anything, seeds. Look at that iceberg, wow, isn't that beautiful? Any kind of seeds that might affect the life that is on board here. The captain said there are a lot of penguins and whales out. I don't see them. Maybe when we get closer in, we'll see them. South Georgia Island. Beautiful place. Grytviken in South Georgia. This is the city from which Shackleton was finally rescued. Shackleton had to climb these mountains in order to get here because he landed on the other side of the island, the side closest to Antarctica. This was originally founded as an old whaling town. Now, I say old, I mean 1700s, 1600s Norwegians. The Norwegians found this abundance of whales here and built this whale processing factory and started the town. It's got a church, it's got a store. I don't think that a lot of people live here. They're lowering the Zodiacs now into the water. They're going to do some shore parties, but it's raining. I'm not going to go to shore in the rain. I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. And back over here, I don't think you can see it yet, is a cemetery where a lot of the Norwegian whalers were buried. And Shackleton is actually buried there. He came back a second time to start another expedition, had a heart attack, and died here. His wife wanted him buried here, facing south, facing towards Antarctica, and that's what they did. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, really nice.